Palmer has just been left out of the England World Cup squad. Same player, scored 20 Premier League goals in one season and finished top 10 in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Something is clearly wrong. So today, I'm taking over the rest of Cole Palmer's career to try and bring him back to the very top and make him the world's best player. And we take over Palmer's career after the World Cup, as Portugal have gone ahead and won the World Cup and England got knocked out in the quarterfinals. I think not taking Palmer was a mistake. But of course, his brand new manager is going to be Xabi Alonso. And of course, in Xabi's new system, Cole Palmer will be playing on that right-hand side, being the #1 playmaker. And Xabi calls Palmer to his office and says, "Look, Cole, thank you for sticking around this season. A couple players are about to leave. I'm building this team around you." Palmer says, "Yeah, that's cool and all, but if we do not get Champions League football this season, with all due respect, I'm out of here." And yes, Xabi was correct, as Cucurella has joined Barcelona for 60 million and Enzo Fernandez has left to Real Madrid for 130, which makes this squad significantly weaker. And Palmer said if they don't qualify for the UCL, he is gone, and I think that is best for his career, as he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, World Cup, and Champions League if possible. But Palmer has nothing to worry, as Xabi Alonso made some signings, the first being 32 million Maximilian Lacroix, for 40 million Mateus Fernandes from West Ham, for 63 million the replacement for Cucurella and Lewis Hall, and of course the big one for 50 million Igor Thiago is joining Chelsea. Xabi Alonso couldn't convince world-class superstars because of lack of UCL football. So this is the brand new starting 11 Cole Palmer will be playing with. It might just be enough to get UCL football. But it's time for Cole Palmer's first game back in the brand new season against a Guardiola-less Man City. I know he's dying to make a statement tonight. And here comes Chelsea Football Club. Palmer into Caicedo. Caicedo gives it back into Reece James. Straight into Cole Palmer. A huge opportunity for Chelsea into Joe Pedro. He misses. Come on, Pedro, you gotta score that. And now it's Chelsea on the counter-attack. It's a great pass into Palmer. Palmer into Caicedo. Into Reece James. Reece James into Lewis Hall. Hall into Joe Pedro. Back into Hall. Into Igor Thiago. Beautiful tiki-taka of football. Palmer lays it up to Joe Pedro. It goes in. And what a beautiful goal from Chelsea Football Club. Assist to Cole. But now it's Jack Grealish on the ball for Man City. Looking for an equalizer. Great ball into Philip Foden. Foden through ball into Haaland. Oh, he's on the break. He's through on goal. 1v1 with the chip. And it goes in. Lacroix cannot save it. But Man City go the other end and equalize the game. And now Jack Grealish on the ball. Reece James wins the ball back, gives it to Igor Thiago. Thiago gives it to Cole Palmer. And here comes Cole Palmer. He's through on the break. He's beating Nuno Mendes. He bodies him, scores it to Igor Thiago. Great finish. Cole Palmer gets his second assist of the game. 3 goals in 30 minutes. Mateus Fernandes gives it to Igor Thiago. Thiago into Caicedo. Into Cole Palmer. He's already on 2 assists already. Looking for the brilliant pass into Joe Pedro. Touch finish. And it goes in. And Chelsea make it 3-1. A hat-trick of assists for Cole Palmer. His new system is cooking. And now it's Ballon d'Or winner Rodri gives it to Phil Foden, who also wasn't caught up. He loses the ball, but he's back into Rodri. Rodri still in the ball, through ball into Philip Foden with a shot that it goes in. But Phil Foden makes it 3-2. There's still a chance at City pick up points here. This game is not over. Fofana gives it to Reece. Reece into Palmer. Palmer back into midfield to Caicedo. Caicedo to Igor Thiago. Great ball into Cole Palmer. 1v1 with a low-driven finesse. It goes in. And there we go. That's what Stamford Bridge was waiting for. Cole Palmer gets his first goal back. It's been a long time. And this is the performance Chelsea and Cole Palmer needed to kick off this season. A hat-trick of assists and a goal as well. But he's a long way from winning the Ballon d'Or, UCL, and the World Cup. And this is what an 86 Cole Palmer looks like as of right now. His passing has been world class, so I think we need to give him the shadow striker role to prepare him for the world when he's the top goal scorer of the club and hopefully winning the Ballon d'Or. In the last day of the season, Chelsea are sitting in 4th, but Man United are tied with them on points. So if Chelsea fail to win this game, they will not have UCL football, and Cole Palmer will be leaving Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea first attack of the game is Cole Palmer. Great touch from him, looking to create an opportunity. Gives it into Igor Thiago. 1v1, great block from Everton. But now here come Everton in their first attack of the game into the midfield. And now it's a through ball into Idrissa Gana Gueye. He beats the defender. 1v1. Oh, thankfully he missed. Moises Caicedo gives it to Igor Thiago. Here come Chelsea. Igor Thiago gives it to Cole Palmer. Looking to create an opportunity. Great ball into Joe Pedro, but the header goes wide. Come on, Joe Pedro. You gotta put it in, man. Mateus Fernandes on the ball. Gives it into Caicedo. Caicedo, Igor Thiago. Great ball to Cole Palmer. Great finish. Let's go. But no, it's offside, man. And now in the second half, Caicedo into Igor Thiago. Great ball into Cole Palmer. This has to be an opportunity to take the lead. Brilliant pass into Joe Pedro. Great finish. And finally, in the second half, Chelsea breakthrough. brilliant pass from Palmer. Chelsea on the ball again. It falls into Igor Thiago. Thiago with a great ball into Cole Palmer. Oh, what a brilliant pass into Joe Pedro. Finish. No, he doesn't. Come on, Joe Pedro. That was the dagger, man. But that huge miss did not matter as Chelsea pick up the 3 points, which means they've qualified for UCL football. And Palmer will be staying at Chelsea for now. And it was a brilliant season for Palmer. 14 goals and 14 assists. And now at an 89 overall, he is back to his very best. And also the squad built around him has not looked too bad at all. But I think Palmer knows they need to improve if they want to compete for the Champions League next season. And he also has the Euros next summer, and hopefully he gets caught up. But sadly, he was not able to finish the top playmaker of the league at all. And top goal scorer as well. He was a little bit far off as well. As the player of the season been given to Aston Villa's Rodgers, the type of award Palmer needs to win if he wants to make a case for the Ballon d'Or. But he was in the team of the season, so he did his job. He's only going to improve next year. Oh, as the Ballon d'Or winner was Erling Haaland. Maybe if Palmer would have won the Prem, he could have won it already. And at the start of the new season, Cole Palmer has sat down with Enzo Maresca, his former manager, who is now the manager of Man City. Enzo Maresca says, I love what you did last year. You really recovered your form, and I want you to join my brand new dynasty. Haaland just won the Ballon d'Or, and we can promise you multiple trophies here at City. Thanks a lot, Mr. Maresca, but I'm gonna reject this. Like Haaland, one day I too want to win the Ballon d'Or, and I can't do it in the same side as Erling. Good luck, boss. And as Palmer rejected Man City, Xabi Alonso has brought in some signings. First of all, for 40 million, a 31-year-old Mike Mainan, and for another 43 million, he's brought in Dusan Vlahovic as backup to Thiago. And the biggest signing yet, for 70 million, Alessandro Bastoni is joining Chelsea. Some pretty good signings from Xabi Alonso. And Xabi welcomes Cole Palmer back into his office and says, thank you for helping us get top 4. The board rewarded us with 150+ million player. Cole Palmer says, yeah, I'm glad Bastoni came in, but we need more superstars like an Osimhen, like a Goulet. Xabi Alonso says, the board has changed from only youngsters to now earning every single superstar signing. So if we want another 50+ million signing, we need to go ahead and get to a UCL semi-final. So it seems like the Chelsea board has become more fair as this is the brand new starting 11, Bastoni in that left center back spot. But if they don't get to a UCL semi-final, that could hold Chelsea and inherently Cole Palmer back from ever reaching his goals. But at an 89 overall, he is the best player in this team by far. With the Euros this summer, he's gonna go ahead and take that classic 10 role to really increase his dribbling stats. And Chelsea were able to get to the round of 16 against Liverpool. But in the first leg, they drew 1-1. But it's now time for the second leg at Stamford Bridge. This is the game Palmer needs to step up, not only to make another world-class signing for Chelsea, so he can eventually go on to win the UCL, but he needs to impress the England manager to take him to the Euros this summer. 4 minutes in, Chelsea already building up the play. Caicedo on the ball, gives it to Reece James, who finds Cole Palmer. He's always open in that space. Great pass. Igor Thiago muscles off the shot, and it goes in. And straight away, 5 minutes in, Chelsea take the lead in aggregate. And here come Liverpool on the counter, looking to equalize this game. Florian Wirtz on the ball, gives it to Alexander Isak. Here comes Isak, gives it to Salah. Isak takes it away with a great pass into Gravenberch with a near post finish. It goes in. But straight away, Gravenberch goes ahead and equalizes the game. It's going to be a tough tie. Gravenberch picks up the ball, gives it to Dominic Szoboszlai, who finds Mohamed Salah. Liverpool on the attack again, looking to take the lead. Florian Wirtz looking to beat Bastoni. Yes, he does, man. And within 10 minutes, Liverpool have taken the lead with Florian Wirtz. This is not good for Palmer. Cole Palmer on the ball, gives it to Reece James. Here comes Chelsea. Reece loses it, but he wins the ball back, and now it's Reece James. Back into Palmer. Beats his man. Cole Palmer scores it into Igor Thiago. How does he miss that? Palmer building up an attack once again. Caicedo with a brilliant ball to Thiago. Thiago into Reece James. Palmer with a great pass into Andres Santos and to Joao Pedro. A beautiful goal, man. And Chelsea get one back with a beautiful goal. 4 goals in the first half. 70th minute now. Alexander Isak. Liverpool looking to take the lead once again. It's still Isak. Bad tackle from Levi Colwill. Mohamed Salah through ball. Szoboszlai, Mainan. Great save, man. But here come Liverpool again. Bastoni loses the ball. Florian Wirtz is 1v1. Looking to cut inside. He does. He breaks Colwill, but Mainan again. Oh, Mainan keeping Chelsea in this time, man. Cody Gakpo on the ball. 89th minute of the game. It's about to end. Here comes Liverpool. Salah, Alexander Isak. Colwill, please don't get me here. He cuts inside with a finesse. Oh, my days. But no, in the last minute of the game, Isak scores a winner. Since the first half, Chelsea were silent. No, man, Palmer's out in the round of 16. The game comes to an end. Liverpool are going to the next round, which means there's a chance Palmer doesn't get caught up for the Euros, but also no big signing for Chelsea next year. That's really gonna hold Palmer back. And come on, Palmer did his job. 1 assist, 8.2 rating, completed 14 out of 16 dribbles. dribbles and completed most of his passes, man. I think it's the team that's the problem here. But despite getting knocked out early, Chelsea still finished in a UCL spot and almost won the league title. I wonder if Palmer's gonna stay because of that. And I mean, despite the 2 injuries where LaCroix and Kobo are 84, the team doesn't look bad. But I'm sorry, Chelsea are never winning the Champions League with the likes of Igor Thiago. And I'm gonna be honest, I also think this formation doesn't have enough attackers to score a bunch of goals. And surprisingly, Vlahovic, the bench striker, was the top goal scorer with 24 goals, 23 and 5 for Joao Pedro, while Cole Palmer had a slower season with 11 and 13. But we saw how many chances he created in that UCL second leg. Now at a 90 overall, one of the world's best for sure. As the player of the season goes to Alexander Isak. And Palmer once again was involved in the team of the season. I'm telling you, he's not the problem. But of course, it's time for the Euros, and it's the group of death. Portugal, last year's World Cup winners, Denmark, France, and England. But is Palmer even in the squad? Luckily, Cole Palmer's in the squad, but look at who's playing up front. Jude Bellingham has to play up top, as a 38-year-old Harry Kane is kind of done with the national team. And it's very interesting because Bellingham will be playing that false 9 role, while Palmer, Foden, and Saka will all be attacking. But Thomas Tuchel's new system worked with Palmer being the main attacker. But it's Palmer's first international tournament in years. He needs to prove to Thomas Tuchel that he can be trusted at the World Cup in 2 years' time. Look at Bellingham already dropping deep. Here comes Cole Palmer for the first attack of the game, first 3 minutes. Here comes Phil Foden into Bellingham. First touch pass into Palmer. 1v1 left footed finish. It goes in. And straight away in the 4th minute of the game, Palmer has already scored. Rasmus Højlund gives it into Froholt. Froholt into the forward. And now Froholt wins the ball back. Of course, a huge mistake and it goes in. But terrible defending leads to a Froholt goal to equalize the game. Here comes Cole Palmer driving down the midfield. Gives it into Reece James, into Bukayo Saka. Saka back into Bellingham. Bellingham through ball into Cole Palmer. Looking to create a chance. Gives it to Foden. Come on. Come on, Foden. Put it in, man. Reece James gives it to Palmer. Great first touch. Palmer gives it into Konsa. Konsa lays it back into Cole Palmer. Left-footed finish. Come on. Great save from Jorgensen. Now it's Patrick Dorgu with a clearance. And now it's going to fall into Rasmus Højlund. Okay, it's won by an England player. But it falls back into Højlund. He gets beat again. Rasmus Højlund 1v1. It goes wide. Rasmus Højlund almost gave Denmark the lead. It's been a great game so far. Foden gives it to Palmer. Oh, Bellingham's making that run. Beautiful pass for Palmer. Jude, you gotta finish this. No, come on. Jude, man, you have to score that. And now it's Phil Foden gives it to Palmer off the corner. Here comes Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer with a finesse and it hits the crossbar. No, come on. But now Denmark with the clearance. But it falls back into Guehi. Into Cole Palmer. 1v1. Let him. Oh my days. He scores anyways. Let's go. Cole Palmer gets the goal. He almost scored a screamer though. Jude Bellingham gives it into Reece James. And now here comes Reece. Gives it to Bukayo Saka. Saka here coming in the second half. Bellingham into Palmer. Brilliant finesse shot, man. And he does it. Cole gets his hat trick in the second half. What a return to the English national team. And the whistle is blown. Palmer gets his match ball on his return to England. He could have a huge tournament, win the Euros, and who knows, win the Ballon d'Or already. There's no time to think about club football right now for him. And Palmer and England were able to get out of the group in 2nd place. And now in the quarters, it's a rematch of the last Euros final. But there's a huge problem. Injuries to Jude Bellingham, Konsa, and Reece James. Cole Palmer has to beat Spain without his teammates. And now it's Trent Alexander-Arnold gives it into Phil Foden. Phil Foden all the way to Cole Palmer. Looking to create this opportunity. Cuts back. Gives it to Saka with a shot that hits the post. And now it's Rodri gives it into Samu. Samu with a great ball into Lamine Yamal. The best player in the world on the ball now. Gets rid of Lewis Hall so easily. And now it's Lamine. Lamine's looking for the cross. He finds Nico Williams with the header and it just goes wide. Oh, Nico Williams just misses the lead here. Lewis Hall with a great pass into Philip Foden. Here come England on the counter, looking to take this lead. Gives it to Palmer. Great pass into Harry Kane. And now it's Kane. Back into Foden. Into Kane. Back into Palmer. He's through on goal. Beautiful play from England. With a shot. John Garcia, man. John Garcia makes a great save, man. And now it's Jared Brunthwaite from the corner. Gives it into Phil Foden. All the way to Cole Palmer. Into Harry Kane with a strike. And goes in. And what a strike from Harry Kane. England take a 1-0 lead. Chalobah tries to clear the ball, but he gives it away. Samu wins it back. Guehi with the early tackle. Low driven. It goes in, man. And straight away, Samu equalizes the game for Spain. Nico Williams on the ball. He has all that space. Chalobah pushes up too much. And here comes Nico Williams running down the wing. The number 7 looking for a crosser. Can he find it? He finds Samu. Samu lays it up into Yamal and it goes in. And for the first time in this game, Spain take the lead straight away in the second half. And the game comes to an end. Palmer tried his best, but it wasn't enough to stop Yamal and Samu as they get knocked out in the quarterfinal. And as Portugal win back-to-back international tournaments, Haaland wins back-to-back Ballon d'Ors. Maybe Palmer made a mistake not joining Man City. And in the brand new season, Palmer speaks with Alonso and says, I'm gonna be honest, boss, I'm thinking about taking up Maresca's offer and joining him at City. But Xabi Alonso interrupts him and says, no, Palmer, you can't leave. I've just convinced the board to allow us at least one superstar signing. We cannot lose you. We're building this team around you, and one day we'll win the UCL. Palmer replies, okay, I'll stay this season, but if things don't improve, I will be leaving next year. And that superstar signing has been made for 70 million. Lautaro Martinez is joining Chelsea. Huge responsibility in his hands, because if he doesn't do well, Cole Palmer might as well leave the club. So this is the new starting 11, and like I said before, this team is not too bad when it comes to ability. I just think it's the system. I think Cole Palmer would be way better as a shadow striker, but that is already occupied by João Pedro. Let's see how this season goes for Palmer, as I think he needs to go ahead and improve his pace, so we're gonna go for the half-winger role then. And Chelsea were able to knock out Real Madrid in the round of 16, Leverkusen in the quarterfinals, and now face PSG in the semis as they drew the first leg in the Parc des Princes. If Cole Palmer can win tonight, he'll get to his first ever UCL final and maybe decide on staying in the club this year. The UCL semifinals kicks off, and now it's a ball into Reece James, who finds Caicedo into Cole Palmer. Can he create a chance already? Brilliant pass. Oh my days, Lautaro's through with a shot. It goes in. What a goal from Chelsea 2 minutes in. And here comes Cole Palmer driving down the wing. He's through on goal. Where's the PSG defense? Is not existent. Scores into Lautaro, and it goes in. PSG are being absolutely outplayed. A second goal for Lautaro. And here comes Chelsea in the second half on the counter, looking to put the final dagger onto PSG. Lautaro gives it to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer with a brilliant Rabona pass. Lautaro's through on goal. He's on a hat-trick. Can he finish? He does. And that's it. It's over. In the second half, Lautaro scores his hat-trick. And the whistle is blown. Chelsea are going to the UCL final. A big game from Lautaro. A big game from Cole Palmer. Can they win it all? And the UCL final is against City, the team that have won it twice in a row. The team with 58 goals in one season. Haaland, this guy has won the past 2 Ballon d'Ors. How can they stop this City side, man? But it's time for the biggest game of Palmer's career. At this point, I don't think he leaves Chelsea. This project has been a success so far, but they need to cap it off here, especially with the World Cup coming next summer. He needs this type of momentum. And here comes Chelsea. Great tackle from Matheus Fernandes. It passes to Lautaro. Lautaro Caicedo. Through ball into Palmer with a shot. It goes in. Let's go. But no, it's offside, man. Come on. And now the ball's in the air. Great header from Matheus Fernandes. Here comes Cole Palmer on the ball, looking to create another opportunity. Great pass into Lautaro. It hits the crossbar. Come on, man. And here comes Vinicius Jr. Palmer wins the ball back, but gives it away. And now here comes City folding through ball into Erling Haaland. 1v1 with a shot. My man, great save. And now here comes Chelsea. Palmer lays it back into Reece James, and it's a through ball into Palmer. We've seen him in this situation thousands of times. He loses the ball, but he wins it back. Golden opportunity for Chelsea. Squares it. Lautaro. What is that? That's the worst miss I've ever seen. But now it's Chelsea. Moises Caicedo gives it into Cole Palmer. Palmer into Lautaro Martinez. Through ball. Cole Palmer. Nuno Mendes is catching up. He still goes for the finesse, and it goes in. And finally, Chelsea breaks through. And who else but Cole Palmer? Lautaro Martinez on the ball, gives it into Reece James, and here comes Cole Palmer in the second half, looking to put 2 goals up. Lautaro with a finesse. It goes wide. Come on, man. Man City are now ready to give up. It's Rodri on the ball, gives it into Reindeers. Tijani Reindeers, Rodri into Phil Foden. 1v1, my man. Great save. And now here comes City. Literally 3 minutes left to go. Tijani gives it into Sabinho, and here he comes. Set with a through ball into Haaland. It goes in. And in the 89th minute, Haaland has equalized the game. Chelsea were this close to becoming UCL winners. And now it's the 109th minute of the game. Here comes Chelsea on the counterattack. Second half of extra time. Moises Caicedo sends a through ball into Palmer. He's through on goal. It's a 1v1 against Donnarumma. It goes in. And yes, in the second half of extra time, Palmer has put them back in the lead. Only 9 minutes left to go. And the whistle is blown. Chelsea lift the Champions League. To think Palmer almost left them multiple times, but he's now a UCL winner. He still wants to win a Ballon d'Or and, of course, the World Cup next summer for his redemption. But once again, Chelsea just missed out on the Premier League title, and no FA Cup win for them either. But they did win the Carabao Cup. 2 trophies for Palmer. And 22 goals and 15 assists. Amazing season from Palmer. Now at a 91 overall. all, I think he might be competing with Joe Pedro with the Ballon d'Or this season, which is insane because these two players got left out of the World Cup in real life. But Cole Palmer is the winner. He wins the Ballon d'Or. His career is saved. However, he wants to go play and win the World Cup for England. And at the end of next season, Palmer finally won a Premier League, the Community Shield, not the FA Cup, sadly, not the Carabao Cup. He won the Super Cup and won back-to-back Champions League. I think he's ready for that World Cup. And arguably in his best ever season, 25 goals and 16 assists now out of 92 overall. And this will be England's World Cup group. Oh, that is very, very easy. And this will be the England side. Again, Bellingham up top. That striker position is really cooked for England, bro. And when it comes to the group stages, they finished in first place with all victories. Round of 16, they beat Sweden. Quarterfinals, they beat France. And in the semis, they beat the United States. They shouldn't even be there. But in the final, they face Ukraine. The World Cup is being given to England right now. And Cole Palmer has scored 3 goals for England at the World Cup, tied with Jude. But this game is 4 years in the making. From being left out of the 2022 World Cup that Portugal won, Palmer is now starting and the main man for England in their first World Cup in decades. And the final kicks off. Guehi wins the ball back, gives it to Palmer. Palmer into Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore loses the ball though, but it's one man back Wharton into Bellingham, into Cole Palmer. He's through on goal, lays it back into Bellingham with the header. Oh, it just goes wide. Bellingham almost puts it away, man. Mikey Moore gives it into Wharton. Wharton into Jude Bellingham, the captain, gives it into Mikey Moore, into Palmer. Great through ball. Saka, the Arsenal man, 1v1 with a finish. It goes in. And just like that, Saka gives England the lead. Palmer with another great assist. And here come England again. Declan Rice gives it to Saka. Saka into Jude Bellingham. Bellingham into Saka. And here come England. Saka's through on goal, the earlier goal scorer. Go looking to lay it off into Bellingham, into Palmer. Shot saved by Trubin. And England do recover possession. Mikey Moore gives it to Adam Wharton, who finds Cole Palmer. Palmer gives it to Mikey Moore. Back into Bellingham, into Palmer. Brilliant first touch pass into Bukayo Saka. It goes in, man. And it's another sensational goal from England. 2-0 in the first half. And that's all she wrote. England win 2-0 as they lift the World Cup. Palmer's career has been saved, and he's become one of the England greats as he's brought it home. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click right here because you're gonna love this video I made yesterday.